So you voted for the most haunted shipwrecks. Did you know that we've actually filmed a similar video before? Of course you didn't. We filmed that a while ago when we only had about 2 subscribers. Thanks, by the way, for that, Mum and Dad. So you could say that this is kind of a part 2 in a way. Well, if you wanted to watch the video first, then please do. Look, I look so handsome and young in it, back in those days before my soul was broken. So now we're going to try and throw in some curveballs in this video. If you've come to hear about Thistlegorm or even the Salem Express, then maybe go check out that other video first, because you know, they're both on that video. But without any further ado, I am Mark from Simply Scuba, and here are Number 5, Fukikawa Maru and Hoki Maru. That's right, in at number 5 you've got a bonus shipwreck already. So these 2 Chuck Lagoon wrecks were sunk during World War II, and such have human remains in and around them. And divers have heard engine noises, grinding machinery, and some have felt something tugging on their equipment that wasn't there. An American TV show called Destination Truth has even visited the shipwreck before to try and record the sounds of the engines, and in typical sensational TV shows about ghosts, they even often see shadows moving inside of the shipwreck. They managed to record the sounds of engines running under the water, but unfortunately they couldn't identify where the noise was coming from. But I think I can. The noise started as soon as they reached a certain compartment in the shipwreck, so when they blow bubbles, the bubbles go to escape and they'll just fit through any gap in the shipwreck, and that makes a kind of lub-dub-dub noise. Mystery solved. Where's my Scooby snack? Number 4, the SS Mohegan. So when thinking about haunted shipwrecks, Cornwall must pop into your head, obviously. The sea around Cornwall is scattered with wrecks, and the SS Mohegan is a must-die for anybody who's looking for a haunted shipwreck. The Mohegan is surrounded by myth and legend. The ship sank in 1898, travelling from London to New York. For some reason, the vessel veered wildly off course and headed towards the Cornish coastline. It hit the dangerous rocks of the Manacles, which resulted in the loss of 106 souls, although it has been said that a man was spotted hopping off a lifeboat and headed inland. It is said that this may be the captain who sank the boat on purpose for insurance.
There's always one.
Yeah, the insurance ploy. It has been said that when diving the wreck, scuba divers have felt a rather strange sensation akin to an electric shock when coming into contact with the Mohegan. Are we sure that it's just not laying on a submerged power cable or anything? A group of divers have even said that a feeling guided them to reach a skeleton that was secreted within the ship, or maybe it's just that dodgy pasty they had just before the dive. Number 3, the SS Emperor. This wreck has a sinister reputation in Lake Superior. One diver has been reported to have seen one of the ghost crew at his post, surrounded by ruined equipment and nothing but dark pools of nothing for eyes. Yeah, that's quite creepy. Others have heard the usual engine noises, but, you know, we've already explained that. But harder is the sound of a threatening voice, uttering the word, die. Which is German for the, so maybe they're just diving near a group of Germans. Or they watched last week's videos and pranked their buddy with a spicy mouthpiece. And their buddy Dave was just mouthing, you know, you're gonna die for that. Number 2, St. Peter. This one dates back to 1898, when a transport schooner was travelling across Lake Ontario when it came across some rather nasty weather. By the time rescue boats arrived to rescue them, the only soul found aboard was the captain. None of his crew or his wife Martha were found. Desperately clinging to the mast, the captain survived, but divers looking for the wreck report unusually rough conditions. all right? And difficulties in the area where the wreck is located. Locals also claim that Martha's ghost appears every year on the anniversary of her death. Number 1, the RMS Rowan. Of all of the haunted shipwrecks on our list today, the revelations surrounding the RMS Rowan's remains are perhaps the most disturbing. Again, divers hear engine noises, screeching, and feel tapping on them whilst diving this wreck. Back in 1867, the UK Royal Mail ship sank in a hurricane. But that's not the disturbing part of the story though, as we're kind of used to the Royal Mail letting us down. The disturbing thing was that they don't actually know how many people were aboard. Passengers boarded the Rowan from another vessel and were tied to their bunks below deck to stop them falling around in the hurricane. So they all died tied down to their bunks, and they still haunt the Rowan to this day.
Who thought that would be a good idea? There's a hurricane, let's tie everyone down.
It'll be fine, the ship won't sink. So, have you dived any of these wrecks or heard any noises diving a shipwreck before? Let us know in the comments. You know, I bet you wouldn't hear engine noises on a rebreather that doesn't blow any bubbles.
No, stop spoiling it!
But it could be ghosts. Thanks for watching and safe diving. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.